Question 28. So I have my transversal going like this time. It's not going up and down. Then I have lines, 3 of them. And my picture says that this is P, this is Q, this is R. This is 7x plus 5 for that angle. This is 9x plus 3 for that angle. And this angle is 10y plus 2. And the question asks me to find out what the value of y has to be for this conjecture to be true of all 3 of those lines being parallel. So right away it tells me line P is parallel to line Q. So we go ahead and draw our little arrows so that we remember those 2 lines are parallel. Then Megan makes a conjecture that line P is also parallel to line R. Now we learned a theorem that tells us that if line P is parallel to line Q and line Q is parallel to line R, then that means line P is going to be parallel to line R, meaning all 3 lines are parallel to each other. So it does not matter what I prove R being parallel to, either P or Q, it'll be right and prove that final answer. What is the first thing I have to find? X. What do I know about this angle and this angle? Not equal to 180. They're on our F line. Remember, Miss Moon came over and told us that if I have an F, and then I have this angle here, and I have this angle here, that those 2 are congruent. Okay? So when 2 angles are congruent, how can I solve for X? What do I set them? Not to 180. What's the other option?
90.
Not 90. They're equal. Good job, Mark. So I have 7x plus 5 equals 9x plus 3. We did a problem exactly like this on the board. And remember, I said on the EOC, you're going to have multiple step equations. This is more of what you're going to see than a lot of the other stuff. You're not going to see just 2 parallel lines. You're going to see at least 3. You're going to have at least 1 transversal, but more likely more than 1 transversal. So now how do I solve for X? Remember, that's an equal sign. Subtract 7x. Good job, Mark. From both sides. And remember, I can only combine things that also have an x. So I'm going to get rid of that because 7x minus 7x is no x's. Then I'm left with plus 5 equals 9x minus 7x is 2x. Good job, Josh. Plus that 3. Remembering that my goal in the end is to have this all by itself over here so that I can divide by 2 and be left just with x. So what am I going to get rid of next?
3.
That 3, because I want that 2x to still be there so I can get rid of that 2 in a minute. And then 3 minus 3 is nothing. So that leaves me with 5 minus 3 being 2 equals 2x. Now what? Now I'm going to go ahead and divide by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And then here I have again 2 divided by 2 being 1 equals x. Did that answer my question? No, because my question asks me for what is y. Okay? Now, what do I know about this angle and this angle? I add them together, they equal 180. So let's go ahead and find out what that angle is. What am I going to do to find that angle? Plug in that x. Good job, Amber. 9 times 1 plus 3. What's 9 times 1? 9. Plus 3 equals 12. So that angle is equal to 12 degrees. Okay? So I have 12 degrees, and then you guys told me before that I'm going to take that angle plus the 10y plus 2 angle, and it equals what? Good job, Josh. 180.
Wouldn't y
Huh?
for y, like 10y plus 2, wouldn't y go away?
No, because we found x. We didn't find y. There's no other y's to do anything with to try to find a y. Okay? And I have to get rid of one of the variables in order to do anything because I can't combine an x and a y without multiplying. You understand? Okay. Beautiful. Now, the biggest mistake I see when people are solving for a variable is that they forget that I'm going to take whatever is on the same side of the equal sign, and I'm going to do the math that I see before me. So I have 12 plus 2, which is 14. I have 14 plus 10y equals 180. Good. I'm going to subtract the 14 because that's going to make that 14 go away. And I have to move up a little bit because I can't move my paper up. So I'm going to have 180 minus 14, which is 166. So I get 10y equals 166. Now what? Divide both sides by 10. Why am I dividing by 10? Because that's the number in front of the y. And since those are multiplied, I do the opposite, which is division. Good job. So I have y equals 16.6. Does that answer my question now? Okay, we go back and always do what? No, not plug it in. Reread the question, which says, what must the value of y be for her conjecture to be true? So, I have found y, which is 16.6. Does it want me to find this angle that's right here? No, it just said, what is y? Okay?